Domino is a Marvel Comics character, best known as a member of the X-Men offshoot X-Force. Created by writer Fabian Nicieza and artist co-writer Rob Liefeld, she first fully appeared in X-Force, Volume 1 Number 11. In addition to her exceptional marksmanship and hand-to-hand skills, Domino possesses mutant probability-altering powers, similar to those of the X-Man Longshot. She often uses her skills as a mercenary, but has also been the partner, confidant, and lover of the superhero Cable, a lieutenant in his militant group X-Force, and a member of the X-Men. Publication history: apart from being a mainstay character in the first series of X-Force, Domino has had two limited self-titled series, one of which had her teaming with Puck against Lady Deathstrike and Donald Pierce. The second revealed her childhood. Domino did not properly appear in Marvel Comics until after a pair of false starts. A Domino imposter, a mutant shapeshifter named Copycat, first appeared in New Mutants, Volume 1 Number 98, although the real Domino did not appear in that issue. Domino made a brief appearance in a flashback in X-Force, Volume 1 Number 8, and made her first actual present-day appearance on the last page of issue number 11. She appeared in a number of issues of Cable and Deadpool and joined the first Wolverine-led X-Forces of X-Force, Volume 3 Number 8. Domino appeared in her own three-issue miniseries with Wolverine entitled X-Force, Sex and Violence, written by Christopher Yost and Craig Kyle and drawn by Gabrielle Dell'Otto. The story centers upon Domino and Wolverine's mission to resolve a situation from Domino's recent past. Chris Yost has said, "It's a chance for us to go in depth into a couple of the characters." In the story, Domino has a hit put out on her and Wolverine finds out about it. Essentially, it's the two of them going out to get that hit removed. Yost adds that the characters are up against the worst killers on the planet. Domino will appear in Cable and X-Force, a new series by writer Dennis Hopeless and artist Salvador Larroca and set to debut in December 2012. Fictional character biography: the woman who would become known as Domino is actually the result of a top-secret government breeding program intended to develop the perfect weapon. Domino was the only test subject to survive, but her luck power was deemed a failure at meeting the project's goals. Her biological mother broke her out of the project and left her with Father Rudolfo Boschelli in the Church of the Sacred Heart in Chicago. Domino eventually left the church and became a mercenary. One of her first jobs was to stop Operation Jericho, which was a remote-controlled warbot project. Domino wrecked the robot, but in the process fried the mind of the soldier controlling it. She was then assigned to guard the genius Dr. Neena Thurman, whose analytical ability made him too dangerous for the government to let roam free. Somehow, Domino and Thurman fell in love and were married, apparently officially. Thurman had a thing for Dante's Inferno and called Domino Beatrice. The two separated after a raid on the facility by AIM members, with Milo believing Domino had been killed during the altercation. Six-Pack: she then began work as a mercenary and helped found the mercenary band the Six-Pack, which introduced her to the mutant time traveler Cable. Domino worked with the Six-Pack for some time, taking on many missions for the pure cash value. The Six-Pack was very brutal in their adventures, often shooting down entire crowds of people who got in their way. The team, also known as the Wild Pack, went on missions in Iran, and participated in a raid on a Hydra base, which Domino participated in. During her time with the Wild Pack, she had her first confrontations with Strifey, Cable's evil clone, in Afghanistan and Uruguay. Replacement: when Cable became the leader of the New Mutants following their break from the X-Men, Domino joined him as his field leader, and stayed with the team as they changed from the New Mutants to X-Force. When it was revealed that the real Domino was actually a prisoner of the supervillain Toliver for over a year, X-Force rejected the Domino imposter and, with Cable's reassurances, planned to rescue the real Domino and welcome her onto the team. Meanwhile, the real Domino learned of Toliver's destruction of X-Force's Adirondack base, and planned her escape. Cable found her at Toliver's Italian home, along with her apparently murdered double. Domino was accidentally freed by Deadpool, whom she shot. Cable sent her to find X-Force. She escaped on Toliver's helicopter, and survived a fall from Toliver's helicopter into the sea. She found X-Force and joined the team. Joining X-Force, Domino stayed with the team for most of its existence, becoming its de facto leader when Cable left the team on several occasions. For a while, she was a prisoner of the forces of Bastion, which severely affected her mentally and physically. During X-Force's existence, Domino had several solo adventures. During one, she was forced to kill her mentally ill, X-6-pack partner Grizzly, X-Corporation. When X-Force briefly disbanded, Domino joined the X-Corporation. While working in their Hong Kong branch, Domino's partner, Risque, was murdered and she summoned the core group of the X-Men to help investigate. Together the mutants uncovered the truth behind John Sublime's third species movement. He was harvesting body parts from living mutants to create his U-Men. They also helped free the mutant named Zorn. During her solo period, Domino began to search for her mother, Beatrice, and clues to her past. In her search, Domino learned that the project, Armageddon, was still active. Led to a secret base in Florida, Domino finds a mutant boy named Lazarus who had the same eye tattoo imprisoned there for observation. Lazarus turns out to be her half-brother with powerful emotion-controlling abilities and the true result of the Perfect Weapon program. Soon after attempting to liberate him, however, the Armager Suits, a fanatical group of quasi-priests who were against the project, arrived to kill Lazarus and prevent him from reaching his full development. Domino discovers that her mother leads the Armager Suits and is forced to shoot her to save Lazarus's life. She takes Lazarus to Father Boshelli and the church she was raised in for sanctuary, although unbeknown to her, Beatrice subsequently abducts Lazarus from there. Cable and Deadpool. Later, she was employed by SHIELD as a member of the new Six-Pack. Alongside GW Bridge, Hammer, Solo, Anaconda and Constrictor, she attacked Cable at his community Providence, though she quickly defected to his side after the Six-Pack was defeated by Cable and Deadpool. Domino followed Deadpool to Remekistan, where she assassinated the country's dictator, Flag Smasher, only to find out it was part of a plan to install Cable as leader of that nation. After a conversation with Citizen V, she then attempted to kill Cable, believing that he would lead them to ruin. Civil War. During the Civil War, Domino, Shatterstar and Caliban, under the X-Force name, lead an attack on the Xavier Institute and break out more than half of the 198, bringing the tension between the 198 and ONE to a head. After her other team, the Six-Pack, disbands, she and Cable are allies on Providence, until a fight with Hecatomb causes the island to sink into the ocean, leaving Cable presumed dead. Domino is later recruited by her GW Bridge along with Silver Sable and the Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine to track down the Punisher. When a fake Punisher started targeting civilians, she was the only team member to believe in Castle's innocence. X-Force. After the Punisher stint, Domino finds Wolverine and X-Force in Tokyo and joins them in trying to capture Vanisher. Questions to Domino's authenticity have been raised when her luck powers fail her several times. On behalf of Wolverine, Domino is asked to stop in a cemetery to deliver flowers to a deceased loved one. She encounters Spiral, Chimera and Lady Deathstrike who have dug up Revanche's body. After a brief fight she wounds Chimera and the women escape with the body, but Domino manages to replace Jean Grey's body before the Red Queen could take it as her host. Domino and Wolverine go on a mission to resolve a situation from Domino's past. Domino is the first person to learn Red Hulk's identity and is marked for death by him. Doc Samson provides Red Hulk with a list of people to kill her. When the group arrives, they find her in a bar with the members of X-Force. Afterwards, she reveals it was her husband who named her Domino. X-Men. Domino appears post-Regenesis, as a regular member of Storm's security team, tasked with the responsibility of safeguarding Utopia from all foreign threats. She fights with them during the war against the Avengers. Back with X-Force, after the events of Avengers vs. X-Men, Domino left Utopia like all the mutants who lived there. She later joins Cable's new X-Force group. Powers and abilities. Domino is a mutant with the ability to subconsciously and sonically initiate random telekinetic acts that affect probability in her favor by making improbable things to occur within her line of sight, thus causing her to have good luck, and her opponents to have bad luck. This probability field phenomenon can be anything from an enemy's equipment failure to hitting just the right switch with a stray shot to shut down an overloading nuclear reactor. The full extent of her powers is still unknown. This subconsciously controlled talent is triggered when she is in a stressful situation. This effect constantly emanates from her body at all times and is completely subconscious. However, it is also largely participatory. In order for the luck to take effect, Domino herself must engage in an action whose chance she can affect. For example, if debris falling from the sky was about to hit her in the head, she would still be hurt if she stood still. However, if she tried to avoid it, she would move perfectly to avoid each and every piece about to hit her. In addition, if Domino were to stand before a hail of bullets, she would be a bullet-riddled corpse. Instead, she must take action, attempting to avoid the gunfire, and would miraculously bob and weave just perfectly to avoid every single shot. As a byproduct of her abilities, Domino's cerebral cortex emits a current of bioelectric pulses down her spine to instinctively guide her movements during such situations, which has the added effect of augmenting her natural reflexes and reactions to superhuman levels. During the 198 rebellion at the Xavier Institute, Domino was able to consciously utilize her abilities in order to affect the probability fields of storm clouds above a group of 1 sentinels, calling down lightning to strike them. Domino is also a superb markswoman with various firearms, highly skilled athlete, excellent swimmer, and adept in use of explosives. She has extensive training in various armed combat techniques and the martial arts, with Olympic gold-level athletic and acrobatic ability. She also seems to be fluent in multiple languages. Domino wears body armor of unknown composition, and carries conventional firearms. She has also used a staff that fires unspecified ammunition, which can be used for balance when jumping and is equipped with sensors. During her time as an X-Corporation operative, Domino wore contact lenses designed by Forge, capable of night vision or, with a triple blink, firing a high-intensity laser beam. Other characters named Domino: Dominic Dunsinane, a male character named Domino, aided the Scourge of the Underworld as an informant. He was killed by a rogue Scourge agent named Bloodstain in U.S. Agent, Volume 1 No. 4. Other versions: Age of Apocalypse. In the Age of Apocalypse reality, Domino was a sadistic bounty hunter working for Apocalypse, alongside her 2 henchmen, Caliban and Grizzly. Domino was summoned by the Dark Lord to hunt down Nate Gray. Even though Domino's powers gave her the advantage, she was killed by Nate, who destroyed her mind by exposing her to all the suffering she had caused. Earth X. In the Earth X storyline, an overweight Domino, still a member of X-Force, was one of the many people who was a pawn of the Skull. Scorn. In an alternate future, Domino took on the identity of Strife. Coming to Earth 616, she rebuilt the Mutant Liberation Front and assisted Cable against Scorn. Her Earth designation is Earth 5014. Ultimate Marvel. In the Ultimate Marvel universe, Domino was introduced in the second part of the Cable storyline, that can be found in Ultimate X-Men number 76. Once again, Domino appears to be part of Cable's team and looks just like her original counterpart. X-Men: The End. In this alternate future of X-Men: The End, Domino, Richter and Feral are the only 3 survivors of a brutal attack directed against X-Force. They are ambushed by shape-shifting enemies and Domino's luck runs out when a Super Skrull posing as Wolverine drives blades through her chest. In other media, television, Domino appeared in several quick cameos throughout the run of the X-Men animated series, starting with the first episode Night of the Sentinels. She had a cameo in the episode Slave Island, voiced by Jennifer Dale. Domino appeared in Wolverine and the X-Men, voiced by Gwendolyn Yeoh. She first appears in hindsight as a member of the Brotherhood of Mutants. She also appears in Professor X's alternate future as a member of his X-Men. As her abilities are subtle in nature, more emphasis has been put on her marksmanship, reflected in otherwise impossible shots such as clearing a full table of billiard balls on the breaking shot. Video games. Domino makes a cameo appearance in Deadpool's ending in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, celebrating Wade's victory over Galactus. Domino appears as a supporting character in the Deadpool video game. Her appearance in the game was unveiled at the Marvel Video Games panel of New York Comic Con 2012. Gwendolyn Yeoh reprises her role from Wolverine and the X-Men. Domino appears in Marvel Heroes. Domino is a playable character in Marvel Avengers Alliance. References. External links. Domino at the Marvel Universe Wiki, UncannyX-Men.net. Spotlight on Domino.